What is up, guys? Welcome back to my official YouTube channel. That's right, this is still an official YouTube channel despite the long hiatus, and I have officially watched the entirety of the Breaking Bad universe TV shows. That includes Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and of course the finale movie El Camino. This video will, however, focus more on one of our favorite characters throughout the entirety of the series, Mike Ehrmentraut. Roll the intro. This will not be your ordinary video about Mike Ehrmentraut. I'm not here to discuss any quarrels I have with the character, the way that the character is one of the best throughout the Breaking Bad universe, or the way he says Walter. This is a video about his favorite sandwich, a pimento cheese sandwich. Known as the caviar of the South.
The caviar of the South.
I've never actually heard of a pimento cheese sandwich until I watched Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. Maybe it's because I'm like from the northern part of the United States of America, and it seems more like it's a southern dish than anything. I guess a lot of people like to have it for like golf meetings or something, PGA meetings, which not a big fan of golf either. I would love to play because swinging a golf club around sounds like a great time. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Pimento cheese sandwiches are white bread with a pimento cheese mix in them. A pimento cheese mix will most usually consist of sharp cheddar. A pimento cheese sandwich will usually consist of sharp cheddar cheese, pimentos, some onion powder, garlic powder, cream, cheese, you know, the whole workings. Yeah. Like I said, I've never had one, so I do not know much about them. But without further ado, we're going to move to the kitchen and make one because I just got this pimento cheese dip and I don't necessarily care for it, so I'm very curious how it will taste on white bread, something that I kind of love. Alright, see you guys in the kitchen. Alright, we're in the kitchen. We've got 2 slices of white bread, ta-da, and we've also got this pimento cheese mix by Mithrieson's, Emmy's Original, made with extra sharp cheddar. You can see it, it's not really looking that appetizing, and honestly, I did not care for it in the first place. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix it around a little bit, you know, kind of get those ingredients that were pre-mixed to put into this kind of jumbled up a little bit. We've got our spreader, which we're gonna use to spread the right amount of pimento cheese on the bread, like so. This is not spreading. Did I not get the right amount of cheese? Mike Ehrmentraut would be so upset with me.
You stupid son of a... Shut your mouth and cook and make it as much
Pimento sandwich
as you ever need. It was perfect, but no.
Alright, we've evenly spread it, and now we're just gonna close it right up. See, I feel like I put like none in there. Should I put... I'm gonna put more. I'm gonna put some on this as well. There we go.
It's perfect.
Now we've got our sandwich, and what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna cut it in half, and then I'm gonna toast one side so I can have a toasted pimento cheese sandwich as well, and then try it without toasting it. And I'm going to teleport you to the other side of the room now. All right, welcome to the other side of the kitchen. We're just gonna go ahead and cut this diagonal. Don't try this at home because using a plate to cut is not fun. Now I'm just using mayonnaise to get the toasting done instead of butter, and it's because I don't have any butter at a room temperature, so spreading it would be a pain in the butter. And I'll be back in just 1 second. Time to eat. I'm gonna start with the one that was not toasted first, just because the one that was toasted looks so much better. Here we are. You can see I got a pretty decent layer in the end game. First bite. Initial thoughts, I feel like I definitely could have used more of the pimento cheese than I did. This is actually pretty decent. I thought I didn't care for this pimento cheese mix, but this is not bad at all. Mike Ehrmentraut might have been on to something when he brought this for his meal.
Which back?
A pimento.
I'm appreciating it. I'm enjoying it. A little bit boring, but maybe that's just because I used a store-bought mix rather than made it myself. If I made it myself, I could have added my own seasoning, done all this fancy stuff to make it taste better. I tell every single person I know, everyone I've ever met in my life, that the best food combination is bread and cheese, and you cannot argue with me that that is not the case. There is no instance where bread and cheese has ever been a bad thing. Now that I have finished the regular one, time to move on to the toasted one, which you can see the pimento cheese has started to melt in there, and I'm very excited for it. I love grilled cheeses. They're one of my favorite comfort foods. I probably could have toasted this a tad bit more, but I didn't want to go too crazy with it because the pimento cheese was starting to leak out the sides. Here we go. First bite of the grilled pimento cheese sandwich. First impression is that it's just like a grilled cheese sandwich, but the flavor of the cheese is a little bit different. I am now getting more of the flavoring of the pimentos that were used in this mix. I'm having trouble deciphering if I like this more or less. It genuinely feels like this is just as good, but it's like a different craving, you know what I mean? Alright guys, I finished both my regular pimento cheese sandwich and my grilled pimento cheese sandwich. I will see you guys over in the thought corner, and we will think about things. Alright guys, I'm back, and it's been a while since I've done that, so cherish that moment. Take it deeply in and... Pimento cheese sandwiches. I cannot say I'm disappointed at all. I genuinely thought this was going to be terrible. I thought it was going to be disgusting, a food sin even. But, wow, I was beyond wrong. And in fact, this might be up there with my favorite homemade sandwiches that I could easily make. Now, like I said, the pimento spread that I had was not the greatest. I feel like I could have done with a better one or even made it myself to make this a much more enjoyable sandwich. However, that just was not in the option as I did not have the ingredients, and I was just so excited to try this because of our good friend, Mike Ehrmentraut.
Don't make me beat you till your finger don't work.
Now, grilled, it was a lot like your classic grilled cheese sandwich where you just throw a slice of cheese or two into some white bread, you know, toast it up or whatever, but it had a nice tomatoey taste amongst the creamy cheese flavors that gave it that nice tomatoey taste. As for the not grilled pimento cheese sandwich, you got more of the cheese flavor, the cream cheese that they use to make the mix. It had more of a almost an adolescent taste to it. A nice reminder of childhood came back with each bite, even though this was not my childhood. My childhood sandwich actually was a slice of bologna with some ketchup and white bread. The things we do here up in the north. All this to say that it was a very impressive food option, something you can easily make at home. Say you have the pimento cheese spread as well as the white bread, and you don't really feel like cooking, which, let's be real, a lot of us feel that way a lot of the time, then, you know, this is a nice meal to make for your lunch before work, for your lunch to bring to work. My mind will forever be changed about this sandwich, and I will no longer think of Mike Ehrmentraut as a weirdo.
Don't make me beat you
for eating it. And I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10, actually. This isn't the greatest meal in the world by far, but, you know, the accessibility, how easy it is to make, and how good it is in return for the effort you put in is boosting its score several. Well guys, that is going to do it for this installment of Thurn's Food Reviews, Pyramid's Food Reviews, Brendan's Food Reviews, whatever you are calling me. That's it for this installment. I plan on doing these more often in the future. Hopefully I do, and I'm not just saying that like I do in many videos. I have said that quite frequently, but I think I mean it this time. I have a couple videos planned that I want to do, and I think I'm going to be taking a step back from the traditional fast food reviews to focus on other aspects of this channel that I could be utilizing, such as what we did today with a food review on something from a TV show, perhaps a Minecraft food tier list, perhaps a burger food review from a cookbook for Bob's Burgers. Regardless, I have other plans that I'm planning on doing with this channel, so stay tuned. I know it's been 4 months since I've served you guys a delicious platter of Thurn's food review videos, but here I am. I'm back. Welcome back to you guys as well, not just me. If you appreciate the music you've been hearing in the background, I do have music on Spotify, as well as my acoustic EP that I released this year. You should go check that out. It's one of my favorite pieces of work that I've put out. But also check out the release before that, and before that. They're pretty good works of music. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me. Bye!